who's going to love you forever. But despite their Italian breeding, Fiat have never quite had that emotive gift. So for the latest Red Hot Punto, they did something different.
They took off all the Fiat badges and swapped them for the angry scorpion logo of their tuning division, Abarth. The car is crawling with the things, each one desperate to persuade you that this isn't just a Fiat.
But it's not just the Scorpions that are tiny and furious. This Grande Punto Abarth may only have a 1.4 litre engine, but it's been turboed to the tune of 155 brake horsepower. I better see if it's got a sting in the tail. Feels like I can really get hold of this car and fling it around, you know, it's proper scruff of the neck sort of stuff. It's terrier-like. It doesn't wheel spin everywhere, it's got plenty of grip, it just feels like it wants to play. One of the things that Puntos have always had is fairly horrible light steering, but this Abarth version has this Sport Boost button now. If I press that, all of a sudden it takes some of the assistance out of the steering, so I've got loads more feel straight away. It's really weird. All of a sudden the steering weights up and you can actually feel what's going on with the front tyres. It's really magic. Also, it gives it a useful slug more torque, so if I drop a couple of gears here, you can definitely feel it. The car feels more responsive, it feels more likely to pick up through the gears. Personally, I don't know why you'd ever switch that off.
But it's not all good news, because unfortunately, there are a couple of issues with build quality.
One of the things that I expect my small hatchbacks to be is waterproof. You see this? It's leaking from the seals. That's not great.
And the interior? Well, it's just full of contradictions.
Most of this dash is actually pretty hard and nasty, and it feels quite cheap. But then it's got these lovely kind of velour seats that Abarth have put in, and they feel fantastic. The problem is, this feels like all the nice bits of the Abarth stuff, and all the rest of it is just boggy Fiat.
But aside from the quibbles, I genuinely like this car.
So, it looks good, it handles neatly, and it's fast-ish. It's like the perfect beginner's hot hatch, but I think you'll get used to it fairly quickly. At £13,500, it's cheap enough to be a bargain. But for an extra £3,500, Abarth will install their SASA kit, which will make your Punto look like this.
Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano, go, go, go. You mixed up Sicilian.
Italian for SS or Super Sport, the SESE means you get bigger wheels, a bigger turbocharger, a bigger exhaust, and 180 brake horsepower.
Mambo Italiano.
And all that from a 1.4.
That's nice.
And to put it to the test, I'm going to blast it up a hill. But this isn't any old hill. This is the world-famous Howard Hill climb. Immediately, it feels 20 times better than the standard Abarth.
It's tighter, it's tauter, it's quicker, it feels more responsive, it feels more capable, and it's definitely a whole load more fun.
This isn't just a tuner car. It feels totally re-engineered over the standard model. And for the extra £3,500, you get a more focused and hardcore hot hatch. So, should you buy one?
My answer to that is a definite yes. The SASA is the pick of the bunch, should money be no object, but even the basic car provides more miles per mile than you can reasonably expect from a 1.4. Until Ford brings out its new Fiesta ST next year, this is the pick of the junior hot hatch bunch.
Proper little car, this. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and to say you were driving up a hill in Yorkshire in the rain and still like it, that's saying something.
Yeah, it was absolutely miserable conditions, and this little car is still proper